You are Locked On Warriors Postcast, part of Locked On Sports San Francisco on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Locked On Warriors Postcast. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. You may know me as the former producer for the Murph and Mac Morning Show on KMBR. And tonight, the Warriors took down LeBron James, the King, and the Los Angeles Lakers. Final score 123-116. And with the win, the Warriors move within just 1.5 games of the Denver Nuggets, who they play tomorrow night, and just one game behind the Lakers for the 4th seed in the NBA's Western Conference. This team has proven over the last month that they are a serious threat to win the NBA championship, and wins like tonight's prove just that. Steph Curry goes bonkers again. Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green stifling key clutch defense in closing minutes. We will break it all down. But first, I want to thank all of you for watching us on the Locked On Sports San Francisco YouTube channel. Please, if you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. Thanks also for listening on the Locked On Warriors podcast feed. And make sure to check out the Locked On Warriors Daily Show for more in-depth coverage. This one started off trading threes early on, tons of early scoring, and that's also just how it finished off. How fun is it to listen to Kevin Harlan go back and forth with the crazy calls that he has? I love listening to Kevin Harlan on any NBA call, but especially when Steph Curry is having a game like this. Just his reactions to threes are just so fun, man. And you had a lot of Kevin Harlan reactions to threes tonight. The Warriors made 19 of them, and the Lakers made 18 of them. Back and forth, especially in that fourth quarter, man. It was just the two teams trading buckets, and the Lakers really did give the Warriors a run for their money in this one. The Warriors had a 14-point lead at one point near the midway mark of the fourth quarter, but the Lakers went on a furious run, got it down to 5 a couple times, but they could not get over the hump to put the Warriors away. Warriors did a great job responding every time the Lakers would get up and punch them in the mouth, and another Austin Reeves three or another LeBron James drive to the basket. The Warriors somehow found a way to combat that and punch back. And that's this team has me believing that they can genuinely win an NBA title. And it wasn't just Steph tonight, man. Like, Steph had 37, but first half, Brandon Bajemski was going absolutely bonkers. And also key plays down the stretch by Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. Let's get into that right now, the turning point of tonight's game.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And what you'll be talking about, not only is that Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green made those great plays down the stretch, not only that Steph Curry had another 37 points fresh off of 52 just the other night, but also the main thing, it's all of this combined. It's that because of these things, because of what we are seeing from the Warriors lately, you have to make the case that this team is a legitimate threat to win the NBA Finals. I mean, at least to win the Western Conference. I mean, there's only really one team that I think kind of maybe might scare you a little bit if you're the Warriors, and that's the Thunder. And guess what? The Warriors have won the season series versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they did most of that work pre-Jimmy Butler. So you know what? I think that they can really think that they can go to toe with anybody in the conference, anybody in the NBA. I don't think there's a single team that the Warriors are going to go up against and sit there shaking in their boots. As long as you got Steph, as long as you got Draymond, and as long as you got Jimmy Butler, this team believes that they can win. And that might be the most dangerous component of it all. Because when Steph and Draymond and Jimmy believe that they can win a championship, it changes the calculus of everything, because they are going to play at a maximum high level. They're going to demand that everybody else on this team gives that same kind of effort, that same kind of focus, and that same kind of drive towards winning a championship. And I truly believe at this point that they can do that. Draymond planted the flag at the All-Star break saying the Warriors can be a championship team. And I 100% believe him. I started to believe him earlier on, and I kept saying after every Warriors game on this show, I believe with a little bit more with every win in what Draymond Green is preaching. And man, I consider me a disciple now, because I 100% am buying into what Draymond Green is selling. This team is going to be a formidable threat in the Western Conference and in the NBA playoffs. And I mean the NBA playoffs. I do not mean the NBA play-in, because right now we're looking at a team that is climbing in the standings. Yeah, they've had the Wolves and the Clippers nipping at their heels this whole time, this whole playoff stretch, or playoff push rather, but they're starting to slowly, very slowly, starting to climb up in that Western Conference. And if you can somehow win against Denver tomorrow night on the back end of this brutal back-to-back where the Warriors finish off a 10-day roadie, and most of which is on the East Coast, come back to California, play the Lakers, and then immediately turn around and play the Nuggets. I mean, their bodies are still probably on an Eastern time zone clock right now, and you come in and you play a game that ends at 1 a.m. Eastern time here in California. And for the Warriors, doesn't matter. Anywhere, anytime, they can beat anybody. Doesn't matter who they're going up against. And you saw the Lakers, like, they did not roll over and die in this one. The Lakers were playing for their lives too, because they know that their margins are pretty slim right now as well. I mean, it's been pretty fun watching this team go back and forth with all these other contenders, and we're going to have plenty of other matchups with teams ahead of them as we go down the stretch. We got the Nuggets and the Nuggets and the Rockets coming up in just a few days as well. I mean, it'll be a very, very, very just tense finish to the season for the Warriors. But you know what? The way they started this road trip, going 0-2 and just looking not very good without Steph out there with the pelvic contusion, for them to finish off this roadie with 4 consecutive wins against some really good opponents. They beat Memphis their last time out. They beat the Lakers tonight, and now you can just carry this momentum into the game tomorrow night against the Nuggets. And by the way, Jokic had a 61 the other night too, the same night Steph had 52. So they're, even though they lost that game somehow, shout out Russell Westbrook, the Warriors are going to have their hands full, obviously, with Nikola Jokic. One bright spot about that, looking at that game a little bit, the Nuggets are just 4-6 in their last 10. The Warriors are absolutely rolling right now. They've won 4 in a row, as I said, to finish out this road trip. And since acquiring Jimmy Butler, since Jimmy's been on this team, they're 20-4. 20-4. That is a playoff caliber NBA Finals level record going down the stretch here. This team has completely turned around from where they were at the beginning of the season, and the Warriors are showing everybody why they're a formidable threat. And that is exactly what you'll be talking about. Time to get into tonight's player of the game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
And tonight's player of the game, you know we had to do it. Steph again. Stephen Curry, 37 points. I mean, this guy, what can't he do? He is just, I mean, the epitome of excellence. Steph Curry, 34 minutes tonight, 37 points. He had 4 threes, and he shot 10 of 21 from the field. He also pitched in 6 assists and 3 boards. He was doing it all. He was really doing it all for the Warriors tonight. Whenever they needed a bucket, there was Steph. Whenever they needed to get to the free throw line, which he did 14 times tonight, there was Steph slowing down the game and taking control, getting to the line, even though he probably should have got a few more free throws than that. He was getting battered around tonight again. I mean, he still made it work. And also worth noting, at one point in this game, Steph hit the deck not once but twice, landing on the same play, landing on the same spot where he sustained that pelvic contusion there in the second quarter with about 39 seconds left. As I said, fell twice on the same play, clearly in pain. Steph just played right on through it, didn't even phase him, man. And he just had such a phenomenal game. That same quarter earlier in that second quarter, he made such a crazy circus shot with about 4:20 left in that first half. He was fouled as he drove baseline, kind of pushed in the back, threw up just a wild reverse layup that had so much English on it that it should have come with a side of tea and crumpets, and somehow makes it and gets the and one. And Kevin Harlan immediately called him an artist. So, I mean, we hear Bob and Kalena say that all the time, but let's be real. That's Bob and Kalena. They can be a little Homerish, but Kevin Harlan calling someone an artist is Harlan shoots it straight. One of my favorite things about Kevin Harlan, who's probably my favorite, there's no probably about it, definitely my favorite guy to listen to on the play-by-play. And also, you guys should know, in all of my interactions dealing with Kevin Harlan as a producer at KMBR, Harlan is one of the nicest guys, like most genuine, nice people I have ever met working in sports. Shout out Kevin Harlan, any possible chance that I can get to shout out Kevin Harlan. Just an amazing person and an amazing play-by-play guy. So fun to listen to him on Warriors games, especially when the Warriors win and when it's a game like this that is breakneck pace with tons of three-pointers, especially in big moments. And he, rises to the occasion in all of these things. And you know who else rose to the occasion tonight? Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler. We'll talk about that next, tonight's turning point on the other side of the Locked On Warriors postcast. The NCAA tournament is here, and FanDuel is giving you the chance to get in on the action like never before. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when you win your first $5 bet. That's 200 extra bucks to use on everything from buzzer beaters to Cinderella story. Oh, well, there's no more Cinderella stories in this March madness. And everyone, you can even bet on who's cutting down the nets, which might make this March Madness a little more interesting. All one seeds in the Final Four. Are you kidding me? I absolutely that's not doing much for me. But you know what does do a lot for me? Getting in on the action with FanDuel. That makes every game more exciting, no matter what. With tournament games happening almost every day, there's always something exciting to bet on. We got three more big ones coming up, and it's fast and easy. The FanDuel app is simple to use. When I win, I get paid instantly, no waiting around. So visit FanDuel.com and get in on the college hoops action all tournament long. And today's show is sponsored by 5 Hour Energy. Daylight savings snuck up on us again. Didn't we vote this out? And if you're feeling that loss of sleep, that loss of an hour, 5 Hour Energy has your back. The extra sunshine means more time for fun, but sometimes you need a little boost to power on through. Whether you're staying up late watching the NCAA tournament or Lakers Warriors or squeezing in a round of golf after work, maybe you just want to keep up with your busy workday. 5 Hour Energy gives you that quick, refreshing pick-me-up whenever you need it. With the longer days, I love getting outside for a hike or run after work and before I do the show. So you gotta get that energy up somehow. And for me, the Tropical Burst is my go-to for that quick boost. And whenever I'm at a game or traveling, 5 Hour Energy is easy to grab and keeps me feeling refreshed. Head to 5hourenergy.com to find over 15 flavors to choose from, including watermelon, blue raspberry, and peach mango. You can even build your own 12-pack or 24-pack delivered right to your door. Need one right now? Grab a 5 Hour Energy shot at your local grocery or convenience store. They're absolutely everywhere. Stock up today and stay energized. Welcome back to the Locked On Warriors postcast. Tonight, the Warriors, a just absolutely massive win in their biggest game of the season to date, 123-116 over the Lakers. And man, the Warriors had to have this one. And we said this in their last outing against Memphis. And you know what? We're going to be saying it in their next outing tomorrow night against the Denver Nuggets. Every game from here on out, basically a gotta have it game with the margins as slim as they are in that Western Conference. I mean, you look at all the teams 6, 7, and 8, the Grizzlies, the Timberwolves, and the Clippers, all at 32 losses, and the Warriors at 31. So, I mean, the margins are as thin as they could possibly be right now. And they were also pretty slim in this game. And honestly, if you didn't have Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green on this team, the Warriors absolutely would not have won this game. They probably wouldn't have been 20-4 in their last 24 games either, but especially tonight because of tonight's turning point centering around both of those two guys.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And the turning point to me was really going down that stretch with about 38 seconds left. And then again, just moments later with the first play, it was two different plays by both Jimmy Butler involved in both of them and Draymond Green involved in the first one. Jimmy and Draymond with about 38 seconds left force Luka into a turnover as he drives the lane, and he kind of went up for a shot. They ruled it a block for Draymond. It kind of looked more like a steal in real time to me. But as Luka was gathering to go to the rim, Draymond just stuck his hand in there, slid over on the help defense, and knocked that thing out. And Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green are so good at playing off of each other, and they have had so many discussions that we've known about via the Draymond Green podcast. They've had so many discussions about how, Jimmy will tell Draymond, hey, if you do this, that'll allow me to do that. And Draymond will kind of tell Jimmy, if you put a guy in this position, I can then come in and do this other thing that can force a turnover, and they can play off of each other. The two of the highest IQs in all of basketball on the same team generates play like this. And the Warriors did a great job stifling Luka on that play, but they weren't done, because later on in that fourth quarter, as the seconds were winding down, LeBron had a steal off of the inbound play. And I got a very bad feeling, sinking feeling when that happened. Jimmy, however, comes up with a huge steal to take the ball right back, rips it from Rui Hachimura before the Lakers can get a shot off, and it solidified this Warriors win. After that, it was basically all she wrote. It was a 5-point lead at that point in time with Steph going to the line with just moments left, with just seconds on the clock. You knew the Warriors were going to win at that point, and they wouldn't have won without those two hugely key defensive plays from Steph and Draymond. Other guys we got to shout out tonight: Jonathan Kuminga making his return from injury and playing great. 18 points in 25 minutes, 7 of 12 from the field, 9 rebounds as well. This guy has been so good on the glass lately. We have to shout out Jonathan Kuminga for his effort there. He also had 4 assists. He had a block, 0 turnovers. I love the decision making from JK tonight. Led the Warriors with a +9 ±. This guy is so much better when he is able to just kind of be free and just roam like a gazelle out there on the floor. He's able to do that a lot in the non-Steph minutes, and you see why this team really wanted him back so badly, and why every time that someone was interviewing the Warriors about how they were rolling, they would always remind him, hey, we don't even have JK right now. And today, I actually was talking with Festus Ezeli. I actually got to have lunch with the big man. I was very, very shocked to get invited to this, but I don't know if you guys know about his Festus Feasts Instagram page, but I got an invite via the Festus Feasts Instagram page to go have lunch with Festus and some friends at K Fico, the new, it's a restaurant here in San Francisco, but they are now opening a new spot at Chase Center where they have great pizza, great sides, wings are awesome, the salads are really good too. I'm not even a salad guy, and I like those salads, but it's just a vibe. If you're at a Warriors game, make sure you go by and grab a slice. It was some good pie, man. But point being, when we were having this lunch, Festus, one of the first things he said was, when we were talking about the Warriors rolling, he said, they don't even have Kuminga. They don't even have GP2 healthy right now. And you see why it's such a big deal to have him back in the lineup tonight. I don't think the Warriors win this game without him. I don't think that they would have had enough firepower, or maybe you would have just needed Brandon Podziemski to continue his hot streak from that first half. Slowed down in the second half for sure, but in that first half, he made 6 3-pointers. That was just one shy of his career high, previous career high, because he set a new one tonight as he finished with 8. And Pods even had a half-court heave at the buzzer. Just great first half for Pods. 22 points in that first half, and he was absolutely on fire. Brandon Podziemski, has been huge for the Warriors lately. He was also 8 of 10 from 3-point range. He was just absolutely on fire tonight. 10 of 17 from the floor. Also had 8 boards, 6 assists, and a steal. Brandon Podziemski was everywhere tonight. He had 3 offensive rebounds, man. Like, this guy is a guard. I don't know how he does it. He is just always sticking his nose in there. He's got a great feel for the game. The Santa Clara product, just amazing addition for the Warriors. And at this point, you got to be happy that they didn't ship this guy out over the summer for Lauri Markkanen, because how bad would it be if they did that and Pods was playing this way down the stretch for another team and Markkanen was riding the bench for the Warriors with a back injury? I would just be beside myself if that was happening. So I'm just really glad. Shout out Mike Dunleavy for pushing all the right buttons this offseason and for going and making that trade for Jimmy Butler midseason and doing something rather than just sitting back and letting things be done to the Warriors. He said, if we're going to keep losing games, I'm going to make a change. And shout out Mike for doing that and for having the cojones to go out and make a move that could have either made or broke this team. And it absolutely has been a make for Mike Dunleavy in that move. Just amazing leadership from Mike Dunleavy. He drew a lot of flack from a lot of Warriors fans at the beginning of the season and during in that first half when they were starting to really fall out of play-in contention even. Mike turned this team around with that massive trade for Jimmy Butler. And this team as I said, you have to believe that they can make the playoffs at this point. And man, today was a vibe, man. Like the Warriors beat the Lakers. There's not much better than that. We got the Giants having their home opener tomorrow here in San Francisco. If you haven't tuned in to the Locked On Giants YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe there so that you can get our Locked On Giants postcasts this season. And man, like I said, I even got to go have lunch with a Warriors legend today. I can't believe I got invited to go eat lunch with Festus Ezeli. That was one of the single coolest experiences of my life, just sitting back, listening to Festus talk about basketball, talk about life, talk about his journey from coming here from Nigeria and just how he learned how to play basketball. And believe it or not, dude even admitted at one point in time he wasn't a very coordinated or athletic guy. Hard to imagine a guy like Festus Ezeli not being coordinated or athletic, but amazing time out there. I'm just ruminating in the vibes right now, man. Like the Warriors beating the Lakers, and tomorrow Giants home opener. It doesn't get much better than this right now, man. This is one of my favorite times of the sporting calendar. You got baseball starting up, everybody's still got hope, and you got basketball going down into the really meaningful chunk of the season, the playoff push, and probably, hopefully for the Warriors, a real playoff appearance, not just the play-in tournament, and hopefully it's a deep one, man. I really do think that this Warriors team has all the makings of a team that can contend for the NBA Finals. That's all the time we got for you guys today. I'm your host, Eric Triple E Engel. We'll see you next time. Peace.